It is time. It is time to be still. It is time to stop trying. It is time to let go of control. It is time to let go of the fear which you hold on to, because it gives you security, gives you permission to still be in control. The message today, for those of you who clicked on the video, for those of you who are on this high frequency, is one in the first place about fear, or the absence of it. So please stay so that we can see why Source wants this message to reach you today. You're very welcome here, and thank you for tuning in. We know that fear is the opposite of love. We can also say there is fear if there is an absence of love, or of experiencing love. Fear is rooted in the feeling of separation, in the feeling of having to fend for yourself. Fear is part of the belief structures that keep us stuck, or that challenges us to confront things in ourselves so that we can grow. As Source manifests itself in an infinite amount of fractals, of which each of us is one. In this dimension, the universe experiences itself as separate when it is still unconscious. Because actually there is just one consciousness, the consciousness which is Source. But now there is this illusion of being separate. And when we enter this dimension, when we enter this world, Earth, we are first still experiencing everything as part of us. The little baby, feeling one with everything, not knowing where his or her body starts, ends. Not having developed the ego structures yet that is needed for survival in this realm, this dimension. And then starting to forget that they are one. That all are one. Forgetting it in the process of growing up. Developing a thick skin sometimes, because it starts to feel unsafe. No matter how safe the environment is that the parent creates, there is always that feeling of, am I even from this world? When you grow up, when you start to mature, when you're still little, everything is magical, everything is possible. The preconceived ideas are not already imprinted on you, so you believe what you experience, and that is abundance, unity, wonder, limitlessness. So that is why it is said, become like a child. Become like a child if you want to enter the kingdom of God. Now, I don't want to bring religion in here. It is a metaphor. The kingdom of God is inside of you. It is the place where you become whole. It's the place where you experience that and know that. and reflect it to the outside. It is here, it is now, it is not a physical place. But where does the fear then come in? The fear comes in because of the beliefs that we acquire, and also the beliefs that are held in the collective mind, in the archetypical mind, in the DNA that is part of you. Things that even your great-great-great-grandfather or grandmother had to confront and not dealt with. But are you a victim? No, you are not. Because you only have to remember who you are. I am lucky enough that I grew up as a rebel, neurodiverse, not diagnosed, not not with a label, but also not just conforming. So each of us has different challenges depending on in which culture we decided to be born, with what parents, with what past things that we still need to integrate and make light. But everything that is seen will be transformed. Everything that is truly seen through the inner eye will be transformed. It is the desire to know more. It is the desire to find yourself, to find purpose, to experience joy or freedom, happiness, abundance, those desires, love. That is the driving force for us to discover more and more of what we have forgotten. So as we experience the illusion of separateness and the fear that comes with that feeling, sometimes we search it feels like we search in the dark for answers and to change things, and we read books and we watch videos or films and we talk to people and we go to sermons, we go to the temple or the church or the mosque, or we try to understand this dimension and how we can reach that feeling of being safe and somebody, an outside force who will look after us, who will give us the answers. But as the consciousness of Earth is rising, in other words, as the universe is starting to wake up to itself more and more, what I am seeing is that the entry point for us to understand is lifted also. More and more people are starting to understand that the answers are inside of them. This is how I am experiencing this timeline, the one you are on, if you are listening to this video. There was a big shift 2 or 3 weeks ago in my reality, and I stand in awe as I meet people that I haven't spoken to for a while, and even my own children and friends, and in all of them I see this change, a change in their perception, in their understanding of how the universe works, in their acceptance of the love that is always there. I made a video that was well received about being paid to exist. But it's not about material things. It's about being true to that expression of source that you are, that you came to be, feeling held and not separate, feeling complete, and in the process, play like a child. Be free like a child to experience all the wonders. This is how I'm experiencing this timeline. The more of us who accept that, the more of us who let go of control, who let God in, who let the intuition, which is the consciousness that connects us all, the same consciousness that we have, the more of us who let that lead, and not the human avatar with the limited mind, the more we will bring the new earth here, the kingdom of heaven, if you want to express it like that. I don't even like to use terms that are loaded with beliefs. If I can put my desire out there to say that I would desire as many people as possible to hear the message and understand and let it be, the quicker we will reach the point where we all can live like that. Free of fear of what will happen if I let God, I'm going to use the term God, move through me. If I let my being be the driving force and not the human vehicle. It is time. It is time to be still. It is time to stop trying. It is time to let go of control. It is time to let go of the fear which you hold on to, because it gives you security, gives you permission to still be in control. Because every fear and every limiting belief that you hold on to is there not because of the truth of it, but because you benefit in some way by it, through it, or you believe that. It is the scared child that felt separated from those who were supposed to care for them. It's that child that feels the fear. But that child, when it came into the world and it played in the mud and it ran around and it talked to spirits and it picked flowers and it petted any animal that it could see, that child was not afraid, because that child knew there's no separation, knew it intuitively. How can you get back to that point as an adult? By knowing it intuitively, by letting the intuition lead you. The intuition is the consciousness of the all, that in this dimension is in the illusion where it forgot that it is one, with the mission to remember again. But if you do not remember, you stay stuck. You experience evil things which are just an illusion. You experience suffering, the suffering that's always brought in by the mind, the more you identify with your human identity that you created here, with the ego structures that you cling to, the more you will suffer. The more you let go, the more you will flow with the universe, with the consciousness of Source. As humans, we can be so clever in lying to ourselves. We can sometimes just search for the person that say the thing that suits us. If I say something now that triggers you, ask yourself, is it really not true? Or is it something that creates an uncomfortable feeling in me because it asks of me to look inward. It asks of me to be real. You don't have to believe me. You have to believe yourself and not the ego self, your spirit. Source moving through you. It is the desire of the great I Am that you will wake up to know who you are. And if it is also your desire, you are aligned with your higher self, with your true self, with the bigger part of yourself, Source. If you align, everything will be revealed. And then you have to overcome that human part of you by being brave. Do we need to be brave to believe? The only reason why we need to be brave to believe, because the limiting beliefs can be very strong if it was something that was repeatedly imposed on you. But the way to overcome those is to truly be still, be present, where you are separate from your thoughts, where you are experiencing yourself as Source. And that is the place from where everything will be clear and from where you can move. And the more of us who become free like that, who know that we are cared for by Source, that we are looked after like everything else in the universe, when we realize that, when it is not only a knowing but a realization of who we are, then we can play together as children. I would like that. I would like to have you have the best time here on earth now, as somebody who has fun, as somebody who sees the wonder, and somebody who are joyous even when the times are difficult, who can still smile, who can still love, because you are strong and this is just a dream from which you have woken up, and now you can see, and now the fun begins. Now we live knowing that and attracting everything to us effortlessly. I would love that, and this is the place where we are now. You have done the work. I know if you listen to this video, you came a long, long way. It is time to let go of the fear. I know in the comments on my previous video, some of you said I had a taste like that already. I'm working towards that, to being free. Keep on that path and come closer and closer to that total freedom. Spend the time needed to connect with your spirit, which will guide you, which will transform the human part of you that might still be struggling with it, by showing the human part of you who you are, so that you can make the right choices and draw to you that which you have become. If you feel that freedom, you will draw freedom to you. If you feel that love and unity, you will experience it in the external world. I'm looking forward to see my reality becoming more and more beautiful. If it's even possible, I was sitting there the other day and saying, I'm in heaven. I think I mentioned it also in a video. I'm in heaven. I said it 3 times. And when I said it 3 times, something amazing happened. I even saw angelic beings right here, because everything aligned. Let's align, let's encourage each other. Let's tell each other the truth without fluff, or without having to look to the outside, listening to people telling us things that only benefit them and not us. Measure everything against your intuition, which is also my intuition, which is also the next person's intuition, but not everyone is letting that intuition flow. Please say hi in the comments, let me know how you are doing. I always look forward to that. If you want to support me, you can go to my shop. I'm showing one of the blankets that are there, galaxy blanket. It's quite light. It is actually, I thought it was a bit thicker, but when I get it, it's nice. It's like a summer blanket or a autumn fall blanket. So different colors and styles and chakra images, all uniquely designed to lift your spirits. Play. I'm sending you my infinite love. And please share the videos if you feel there's somebody who might benefit for that, so that we can get the message out there and can bring that beautiful reality forth that we know is ours. Sending you my infinite love till I speak to you again. Goodbye.